Hey gang, it is Sean, your artist, cartoonist, and all around decent person, I suppose. And here's another comics breakdown. This is mostly about. This is actually a cover image I'm trying to do for the video game that I've been producing with a friend. I'm mostly on art, and he's doing all the programming side. Thank goodness he has a lot of patience, because I've been dragging my feet a bit, not on purpose. It was just sometimes you just can't concentrate. It's kind of funny that way as an artist. Maybe if people kind of think like, oh well, you get creative or like you get inspiration, and then all of a sudden you want to do everything. Well, that's kind of true and kind of not. Like, I've had that in the past where I get like a little bit of inspiration, and then I'm just like, oh, boom, do. I'm drawing everything. This is what I'm doing. But not really, for the most part. At least for me. I can't speak for all artists. Some artists probably are, they're like that, and more power to them. I am not. I have that nasty habit of multitasking. So I'll work on like a page of a comic that I just started, and then I'll work on another page of a comic that I've been working on for 6 months, and I'll be like, oh, you know what? I want to explore this idea real quick. Like, I legitly am right now. What am I working on? I'm working on the Phantasmo Season 2 artwork for that video game that you guys are looking at the drawing now. Writing, some reason I just started writing again. I'm not saying that in comics I don't write, but sometimes I kind of like storyboarding a lot more than I do writing. So I'll storyboard my story. But since we went to Key West, I decided to do, and we went to the Hemingway house. And I got a writing book, and I decided to start writing with that. And I even got like a nice little pen, so it's like, oh, cool. It's not like a fancy ass pen or nothing. It's like literally we went to the Key West airport, and we had a couple minutes before picking up, or before our flight. So Steph, my wife, wanted to get stuff. And then I saw this pen, and I was like, all right, I'll take that. And it would be a nice little compliment to the Hemingway notebook. So, and I forget something else. I don't know. But basically, what I'm just trying to say is, just a lot of stuff. So, but it is kind of, sometimes it can get frustrating for me, because I'll be like, oh, I'll try to have this stuff done, and it's like I should probably learn to focus on one project and just do it. But sometimes I guess maybe I'm just been so used to it in my regular life, you just kind of adopt that with whatever you work on. So like when I wasn't drawing and I was working at the print shop or any other job, usually I'm pulled in like 5 different directions, and so you only have so much time to work on something. And you go back, like I literally remember, like even at Kinko's or GAI, I would start a project because it was due like another day, but then another project would come in, and then I'd have to stop what I'm doing and focus on that because that's due at 4 o'clock and not tomorrow. Or it'd be like another project, and that's due like at 1 o'clock. So I have like 3 projects all in the span of like 20 minutes, and they're all due within like, a 24-hour period. So it's like, all right, well, now I got to stop doing the one that's due at 4. and focus on the one that's due at 1. It's 11 o'clock, so I have 2 hours to do this thing. You know, so some of that stuff always kind of carried over. So like when it came to doing comics, you know, I'm just like, all right, I can work on this page. If I get bored, you know, I'll just have all this passion for this project, and I'll just pour all that passion into this project. And once it kind of taps out, I'll jump on the other project that I had started, and you know, I'll have a lot of passion for that. So yeah, but that's how it is. I guess that's how it goes sometimes, and can't really help it. But other than that, trying to think. I'm trying not to ramble too much. I was actually going on in this thing. What was I talking about? I was talking about artist inspiration a little bit here, which I don't know if I've talked about it on this format. But artist inspiration, it does happen, but yeah, it doesn't, like, it's not like how they portray it in TV or media. It's just, you know, you get an idea and you just want to see that to fruition, and you think it's like the world's greatest idea, but it doesn't happen. As my awesome anatomy teacher once said, you know, inspiration is not like bird shit. It doesn't just poop on your head and you have to stop what you're doing. You know, if you waited for inspiration, you're going to be waiting a long time. So you just go when you go, like you just do what you do. And then when you get like those little sparks of ideas and of inspiration, then you elaborate on it. Like I've had, you know, I'd be working on a panel or a page of a comic, and I'm like, you know, my lizard brain is just like thinking of other stuff, and I'm like, oh, you know what? It'd be so cool if I added this or this or this. Oh, that would just be so dope, you know? So then you work on that, or you incorporate it into the idea that you're working on. But to demystify some of the arts, you know, it's not like inspiration. You work at it and you do it and you do the work. So, but I mean, overall, it's pretty fun that way. I don't know. So I'm figuring that I should probably start doing more prints. I'm probably going to, after this project, not this one that you guys are looking at, probably in between like all the art stuff, I'll probably going to start doing more prints and have more of a focus on it. So I think I'm going to start doing more art markets around Pittsburgh. As much as I love comics, I think I'm really at the end of my rope there. I mean, I'll probably still do comic book conventions, but I kind of feel like there might be a better market for art prints and stuff like that, and I might be able to sell them a little bit easier and just kind of focus on that stuff. But I'll definitely be doing all the comics that I've been pimping out on this Patreon. So yeah, you're actually seeing the end of this, I believe, because I actually didn't get very far on this. Like this picture right here, it's supposed to have a background, which I haven't done yet, but I figured, you know what, this is a pretty cool image and I liked how everything turned out. I didn't get to play with the color too much on this one, unfortunately, but that's because it's supposed to be the cover of the image when you boot up the game. So you'll see this in the title and, you know, the select screen and whatnot. So, but yeah, hopefully you guys will like this. It's been kind of fun, like doing it on my own. The video game has been kind of fun, but then When I actually teamed up with a friend, he kind of just turned it up to an 11, and I was just like, wow, this is all the stuff I wanted out of the game. And he just did it just like that. And I'm like, okay, so here we go. I think my one pitfall is it's kind of tough doing some of the animation parts. Like the program I use is not very animation friendly, but that's where I do all my drawings at, so it's kind of tough. So I'll have to try to figure out how to do that on its own. I don't know. There's a couple apps out there that are reasonably priced, or if not free. Right now I have Flip a Clip, which I still have yet to try, and I think I downloaded another one. I want to say it's Krita, or maybe it's Huion. I swear, I'm not drunk. It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm not day drinking yet. Sorry. Huion. I don't know. I got ideas, so hopefully that works. I'll figure it out. So, and stay tuned for, I'm going to cut it off here, so stay tuned for more content. Thanks, and bye.